answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They check it to 10.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Just Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go, 47.
Throwing. Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Down the man inside, down the man.
First and 10 at the 20.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Wentz, he sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here's Wentz to throw. And an alley to run, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Elliott running right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Prescott now. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. We're scoreless after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
What's this on? What's this on?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They'll run it with Sproles. And all the way down to the 42. A big gain there on third and long. 57 yards. And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect.
Respect.
Elder statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy or anything like that.
I call you an elder statesman.
I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Here's Sproles. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run. It's Sanders. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
What's this on? What's that?
Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up. What's this on?
Sproles. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This complete left side to Aguilar. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Waiting. Sunday. What's this on?
Play action to Sproles. Wentz. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Sproles, the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming for you. You must.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll go again with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Fluidity! Trey 15, Trey 15! Hey, Alpha!
Mike 54! Mike 54! And I'm coming after you!
Now Wentz on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Brown. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Third and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Get wide.
It's caught left side by John Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Go. 20!
54. Mike, 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Go.
61. Matchbox lights.
Check 4. Man 5-7.
Deuce.
Wait, good.
Now it's Sproles. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go. 120!
54. We own it.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
That one good for 37 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
Here we go, 47.
You must be dreaming.
Check the backer. Here we go, 46.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's third down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Cowboys will go. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And no, It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
Watch 54, watch 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Sunday!
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Topper!
And he give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
16 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go. 280!
It's coming this way. Here we go. Bang.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Here's Prescott, flushed out right. That one complete to Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
54, check, watch 54, watch 54. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
47.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Prescott to throw on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Prescott to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott, and he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Prescott going to come up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Now Prescott on fourth down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold.
Right there, 54, right there.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've